friends, welcome to my video. Thanks for clicking on my thumbnail. Glad you're here with I Like Team. Now, today, friends, I Like Team, whoever's here, I need to show you my Wrapped for this year. Spotify Wrapped, we're checking it out. We're seeing what I listened to the most this year. Everyone makes these videos, and I thought I might as well share it with y'all too, because I think these videos are fun to watch, so I figured y'all might find it fun to see what I was listening to this year. So we finna get into it. Now, I have my 2023 recap brought up here on the app, on the YouTube music app on my computer. But the recap really doesn't do the full thing unless you do it on the phone app, which is why I listen to most of the music anyways. So I did it through my phone, and I'm listening to this on my phone, or looking at it on my phone for my top 5 artists. I'll get back down in a second. And I'll show you, I took screenshots of everything. I'll show you all my recap stuff, and then we'll talk about it. We'll even look at this list here at the end, and we'll just see what we think about it, and we're finna get into it and have a good time. So let's go! 2023 recap. Boop, boop. That's facts. I had twice the 2023. We finna play it all the way back. Okay, so 14,000 minutes of music might not sound like that much. And I'm going to be real with you, it's not. But here's the thing. A lot of the music I was listening to, a lot of the videos I was listening to, yeah, they're videos. Because I'd be watching on literally YouTube, not YouTube Music. And I know I put Spotify in the thumbnail, put Spotify in the all that stuff, but and that's what pulls views. I'm going to blatantly be honest with you. I use YouTube Music because it's just easier for me to do it that way, because I already have YouTube Premium, so it's just I get YouTube Music for free, and so it all just makes sense. But hey, use whatever you want, or just don't, because I don't even understand why you have to use music streaming services when you could just listen on YouTube, which is what I do a lot of the time anyways. I'm not the type who cares about, oh, but compression of sound. I understand how that works, but really I don't have the headphones to be able to hear the sound difference, and there's like covers from my favorite artists on YouTube and all sorts of videos I can watch on YouTube, which makes YouTube the overall better place to listen to music. So I don't mind if I have to stream or whatever. And I have background play since I have YouTube Premium, so even on my phone, it just works out. So I just be, you know, it's a good vibe. 459 different artists. I'm not surprised. This year I really branched out, and I started listening to a lot of artists, even outside of K-pop. Tons of K-pop artists, as usual. You know how I am. That was probably going to end up being my most listened to genre by far this year. But, yeah, tons of K-pop artists, right? But even outside of that, I started listening to more genres of music, more like just Western music again, that I used to listen to like years ago, that I fell out of when I fully went head dived into K-pop. And I still listen to tons of K-pop, but like, you know, lots of like hip-hop artists, just random artists. I listen to more random artists, gone back into the EDM scene a little bit this year. It's just been fun. So yeah, I'm not surprised by this. Okay, so my top 5 was IVE. I'm not surprised by this at all. Like, their album is still probably my album of the year. I don't know if I'm actually gonna I might make a video for like album of the year, song of the year, all this stuff. But if I don't, I'm just like, no, IVE's I Am is still, I'm pretty sure, my album of the year, based off the amount of time I've had to sit with it, the amount of listening I've done with it. IVE's I Have, IVE is the album of the year. Go listen to it. Not surprised that's my most listened to. And then Stray Kids coming in second. Well, Stray Kids is just my favorite boy group. They have so much music that they've put out over the years, and then the music this year was especially hitting. Every album they've put out this year, including their most recent one, has just been so good. All the songs, all the like, and one of the big reasons why Stray Kids is here is because Han's Miserable. Miserable by Han. I assume that counts as a Stray Kids view because I watched that video. It's only on YouTube, right? It's a Skiz record, but it's like my most listened to, like, if Han's Miserable, go TXT. Not surprised. TXT had some great music again this year. I'm surprised they're this high, really. Like, I do listen to a lot of TXT. I like TXT's music, but I'm surprised. I guess it's just because more. It's just, that's just the only reason it's here. So we'll get to that in a minute. Illenium put out an album this year, tons of remixes. He's one of my favorite EDM artists. I'm not surprised that I've been listening to him nonstop this entire, like, for the last like 5 years, ever since I really fell into his music, or whenever. Was it like 2016, 2017? I've been just, every time he puts out like music, I'll be checking it out. So not surprised that was here. He put out a really long album this year. I listened to it multiple times. That means he gets tons of streams for me. And then Billy. Most recently, I mean, I've listened to tons of Billy this year, Various and Precious, but most recently, Superman. Oh my god, the amount of streams I've already given Superman, and it's only been like a week since I heard the song. Crazinesses. Woo! Yep, top artist Ive with 12 hours on 39 songs. And my longest listening streak was 5 whole days of just straight Ive. That had to have been around when the album came out. I didn't listen to nothing but that album. I was obsessed with that album. I tell you what, Ives I Am is just the album. It's just the one. Go listen to it. If you have not listened to that album, trust me, it's like the production quality, the vocal quality, so many different vibes. 14 times as much as everyone else, top 0.8%. I mean, I'm not really surprised because, come on now, like, the Billy are my girls. Movie girls are my girls. That's the Billy girls, you feel me? They've had a bit of a chaotic year this year, but through all of it, they've dropped some of their best music that they've put out since they debuted, and, man, I'm not surprised. 14 times is kind of crazy, but I'll take it. Let's go. They've grown 87 times as much since I heard they were going to debut. Initially, remember, I checked them out. People were saying, and even in my first reaction, I was like, people were saying this is the next New Jeans. Ooh, but like, not even, whole different company. And I know all that since then, but I feel kind of bad because I checked out their first release, and then it was like the day it came out, obviously, and then I followed up checking out their other stuff, and my video file got corrupted, and I haven't checked out anything Boy Next Door since. Like, nothing. I watched them at Mama. I saw them perform at Mama, so I guess I've technically been spoiled on their songs, even though I don't remember how it goes. But they had one of my favorite performances at Mama. They were killing it. Shout out to Boy Next Door. Pulling colors from your top track this year. They decided to make, I guess, YouTube was like, let's flex some AI, which anyone can do this, but whatever. They were like, AI, this is cool and trending. We're going to make an album cover for you. If you had an album cover this year, this is what it would be. And they took colors from my top track of the year, Snake Eyes by Aries. I'm not surprised this came in at number 1. This is a weird one for me because this is an example of I started listening to other music randomly. I don't know when I know when I found this song. I was watching a Luis Mora video. For any of you that are into skateboarding, into Luis, if you know my guy, that's my boy Luis Mora. He just used this song in one of his videos, and then I was like, what the hell is this song? Why is it so good? And then I went down a hole, and here we are. I listened to it nonstop. It loops so well. You can't even tell when the song loops. That's how well it loops. And it's only like a 2-minute song, and so I can really run the views up on that. And it's all I listened to for like forever. My summer was owned by this song. It was like I'd listen to certain songs, but if I had free time, this was just stuck in my head. I was always singing along to it, and I just put it on. Shout out to Aries with Snake Eyes. Still one of the only songs I know from him. I haven't deep dived into his career or anything. I just know this song, and it's freaking good. So yeah, go listen to it. Give it a listen if you want. Crispy angular fonts. Well, considering I mostly listened to K-pop this year as far as album covers, that just means most fonts must have been crispy and angular this year. Nice and pointy. Nice and I am of me. Let's go. Drama and love is a volcano because love is burning. Love is passion. Love is hot and steamy, like the drama that comes, like the drama that pursues when a volcano erupts, because lots of dangerous things can happen when a volcano, okay, this is, why? What's with the magma here? I don't get it, but whatever. YouTube Music is making me an album cover, let's just, whatever. I'm reading this right now. Your 2023 album cover created just for you. It's a tribute to drama, love, amped up tempos, and areas. What? I'll take it. 1,755? That might seem like baby numbers to a lot of you. But, like, I'd say that's pretty good. That's a lot of music to take in. Compared to, like, over the years, music consumption has just increased more and more and more for, like, everyone. Imagine just going back, like, 20 years and saying, I listened to 1,755 songs this year. You just couldn't say that. That's just not a thing you could say. I swear you couldn't say that. But now, like, everyone can say that for real. So that's crazy. And that's small numbers too. Some of y'all always have music on 24/7, and I respect that. I really like music. I feel like if I listen to it all the time, I won't like music as much. Well, not that I won't like. It'll just, like, it's more satisfying when you take small breaks. Or even still, I have, like, things to do. I can't just listen to music all the time. I also can't have, like, headphones in 24/7 because my ears start hurting after a while of wearing headphones constantly all the time, like in public or whatever. So, but whatever. I respect it to y'all. Y'all can let me know what your, like, Raptos, what your most listened to songs, how many minutes. Y'all can tell me all that down below. I love to talk with y'all for real. Yup. That's my top track. First heard it on June 11th. It says I have 50 total listens, and I think that's cap. I'll believe them, but that's just not true. I've listened to that more than 50 times. Their AI got that one wrong. I've listened to that. I think I broke the replay because one day I left it on all day. I literally just hit the double, so it just loops forever, and I left it there all day. That means it at least played 50 times. I left it on my TV in my room, on my YouTube, on the YouTube music in my room. I just left it there, and I came back, and I didn't realize it was still playing, and I was like, oh. Like, I went out and did the entire day's worth of activities you do outside of your house, came back, and it was still on. Like, but, you know, I'll take it. Let's go. All right, top 5 tracks of 2023. So here's the thing, right? Snake Eyes, obviously, we've been over that. Now, 6 Weeks by Camo. Now, here's the thing about Camo in 6 weeks. If you haven't heard the song, please go listen to it. Listen to all these songs. If you don't know any of these songs, I encourage you to listen to them. I feel like this is one that you're not going to know, as well as my most listened to song. Now, I discovered this song when she dropped this album this year. I'm a fan of her. You know, she be making cool music and stuff. And instantly just fell in love. And it became my study song. What is this? At first, it was like my go-to emotional song, because it's kind of like an emotional, like, trap ballad. And then I started school again this year, and every time I was doing schoolwork, I just put this song on, and I was just, boom, I was jamming, getting work done, listening to this, and it's all I did for like months. Whenever I was doing work, this song looped. I don't know why it was such an easy loop for me. It's just something I can tune out because it's not too loud, it's not too in your face, but it's such a vibe. And sometimes I'll be working, I'll get distracted and start just vibing along, but you know, you gotta get distracted and vibe along a little bit, because if you don't take breaks while studying, this is a good way for me to like take breaks. I'll give myself enough time to do an assignment. I'll start working on it. And then as I'm working on it, while listening to music, I'll either tune the song out and just keep working, or I'll get distracted for a second, which for me is like taking a break, because I'll get distracted, vibe to the song for a second, and then get right back into it, you know? So it works for me, you know, but do whatever works for y'all. Kitsch by Ive. Well, are we surprised? No, we're not. I'm not. You shouldn't be. I've talked about it in all of my videos this year. Every time since that album came out, when I listened to a song that was really good, an album that was really good, I always said, but is it better than Ive's I Am album? Is it better than that album? I'm not sure if it is. So some albums got really close, and they still might be basically tied. But like, as far as this album goes, they pre-released Kitsch first. I was listening to the hell out of it, and then the album actually dropped, and so then I listened to it even more, and you know how that is. So Kitsch is that song. Go listen to Kitsch by Ive. Facts. Various impressions. I mean, like, Billy, they did the thing. I swear that if I could, Superman, I don't need a Superman, would be higher than this if you gave me more time. Like, if that dropped at the top of the year instead of Various Impressions, it'd be my most listened to. I like it more. It's my new favorite Billy song. But Various Impressions is just that song. It was the best song off the album at the top of the year. I listened to lots of Billy music, so then, you know, it just makes sense. And then Deep Down by TXT. So here's the thing. Let me tell you the way it went. Deep Down by Camo became my study song. Or not Deep Down by Camo. 6 Weeks by Camo became my study song. Then, out of nowhere. And by out of nowhere, I mean not out of nowhere. A few months ago, I discovered the song Miserable by Han Ji-sung. And that became my study song because it was the only thing I was listening to. Like, the only thing I was reacting to albums saying I was listening to them. That was Cap. Well, that wasn't Cap. I did listen to those albums at least like twice. The albums I heard in that time period, I listened to at least twice, but it was Han Ji-sung's Miserable. That was my song. Han Ji-sung is my like boy in all of K-pop, and he dropped a banger. If you haven't heard Miserable by Han Ji-sung, go check it out. And then time went on, but then TXT recently dropped an album, right? Chasing That Feeling. Good song, good album, but Deep Down by TXT. Yeah, that's my one. That's my one. It's my new study song. It's my repeat song. It's my loop it until infinity. Good vibe, good song. And I didn't notice this when I first reacted to it, but they say more in the chorus because it's like, deep down I need you more. It's like they're saying deep down I need you more, like in English, but then it also has a double meaning because like in Korean, deep down I need you moa, which is the fandom. More. So yeah, that's my top 5 songs. Am I surprised? No. But next, did your moods match your real feels this year? I'm reading this. Beginning, over the top and in for the drama with all of the Ive. They thought I was listening to Ive and they thought it was over the top. Bro, I was listening to that doing everything. I was listening to that when I was being extra. I was listening to that when I was being sad. I was listening to that when I was being excited. I was listening to that in the middle of watching something. I was just listening to that. What do you mean, like, I'm over the... I mean, fair enough. In the middle, I was high-key dramatic. Still listening to IVE, being dramatic as hell. And then Snake Eyes came on, and apparently that makes me dramatic. I mean, okay. But by the end, I was doing the absolute most. 6 weeks in TXT, like, what are you doing? Get some help. Get some help! So I was listening to hella dramatic music this year. If that just means good music, like the music is doing things that are complex and it makes me want to keep listening, then yeah, I'll take that. Love music for 22. Yeah, I feel like most of my music this year was love music because it was K-pop music, and most K-pop music is love songs. Uplifting, you know me. A sad bop, an uplifting bop, that's me. Emotional music, that's me. Energized, oh yeah. I will run through some walls with some music. You put on some good music, make me want to run through a wall. And the sad music, 13%. See, I feel like that's cap. I feel like you've re-genred a lot of my sad songs as dramatic, love songs, uplifting, and energizing, because I listen to hella sad music. But I'll respect your, at least they made the list. 13%, let's go. 37% K-pop. See, look, they know. And really, that's higher because I feel like it's going to take some of these songs I was listening to, like Hanji sings Miserable, and they're going to be like, yeah, that was just K-hip-hop. But I do listen to lots of hip-hop. They might even say, that's just straight-up hip-hop. Which I did listen to some hip-hop this year. I listened to some hip-hop albums from, like, Western artists. Some artists, I'm like, these people are, like, at the top of the game. Like, I randomly listened to a Lil Uzi Vert album for the first time in, like, years. Because I was like, I don't know, it has a baby metal feature. And, well, let's check this out, see what the hype's all about. Listen to that. Listen to, like, random music this year. Just in my own time, just vibing, right? So, it's all making sense while all these... But, like, hip-hop music, then pop music. I guess it depends what we're counting as pop music, but like, are we talking Quadeca as pop music? Because if so, then that would make sense. And EDM back in the mix. I feel like this should be higher, and a lot of the K-pop music I listen to is also EDM-centric K-pop music, but I'll give it to you. Only 6%, but like, I was back in my EDM bag this year for real. And then yeah, this is the last page. 23 as an album cover. Tribute to Drama Love Amped Up Aries. Top tracks, top artists. You see it. Total time, 14,000. That's me. Hey, that's me. Now, I'd love to talk with y'all about, like, your list and stuff, but let me just look at this real quick, just as a review of the last things that aren't even going to pop up here. Things that won't pop up. All right, 2023 recap. So check this out. Reason by Dreamcatcher. Understood. Snake Eyes, 6 weeks. Yes. Light Switch by Sam. You turn me on like a light switch. This is the first time I ever heard the song. I don't know Charlie like that. I used to listen to some Charlie music. When I got into K-pop, it stopped. But this cover... This cover right here. Kitsch by I, Various Impressions, Shooting Star. XG came through this year. Can y'all put some love and respect on XG doing stupid this year. Something Comforting by Porter Robinson. My guy, Porter. Ooh, I forgot about this song. Hey, this song gas for real. I wear this cross from back and find me, my soul gets lost. Look behind me. Hey, that's like a random song I discovered this year as well. Shout out MGK, W Song, W Vibes. Do or Die by Effie. Oh my god, why is Effie not on this list? I listened to her so much this year. That's just not fair that she's not on this list. I discovered Effie this year. So, she does like melodic trap music, almost like hyper pop inspired. Like, it's just a vibe. And that's definitely my most listened to Effie song. Do or Die, never gonna die. So good. Yesterday by Jay Park. Also, I've been listening to some Jay this year, but Yesterday, gotta be the one. W Song, W Ballad, great vibes. He killed it with that. Next Page might be my song of the year. It's probably the best song on this IVE album. It's like this or Shine With Me. It's either that or it's Next Page, and that's facts. Speaking of Shine, Shining Bright by CSR. Oh my god. CSR are the queens. CSR are the queens. They're one of my favorite K-pop groups. I discovered them last year when they debuted, and I made a whole 40-minute guide on them. I love them. Shining Bright is that song. There you go. There's Han Miserable. I told you it was going to be here. You and me, Han Miserable. That is my boy Han Ji-sung with Miserable. Go listen to it. It's a vibe. Event Horizon. Oh, I forgot about... See, this is like a first few months thing for me. I discovered this last like December, November. Whenever I first heard this, I think it was December. Because I started checking out idols doing covers of this song. Because all these idols that I was like, I'm fans of, they're doing covers. I'm reacting to covers and I'm like, what is this song? Didn't look up the original. Went down the rabbit hole. No wonder they were all covering it. What a song. Event Horizon by Yunha, such a good song. Obviously, New Jeans making the list. Ditto, of course. There go Han with Volcano. Like, Han is just my artist. He just makes the music for me. Like, the style of music he always makes is like emo, rap, trap, singing goodnesses. So good. Fleeky Season by Lil Mosh Pit. Of course. Honestly, of course. Oh, this actually made the list. Wait. And mama, don't worry me. I'm a survivor. It hurt me not being able to give you what you want since I was $1. Shout out to my boss for all the free game. Anything you ever told me, they in my brain. There's no way that made my There's no way that made my list. Oh my. Queen of Hearts. Oh, of course. Watch me run away. Got no ties left yesterday. I don't want it, but I mean now. I know it is, so slow it down. Queen of Hearts, the live clip from Twice. That's like Twice's best album too. The album they dropped last year, and I mean that. It's between that, and it's between Feel Special, and it's between Twice-tagram. But I'm not even gonna lie. As far as views, the amount of times I've listened to Between 1 and 2 is insane. Speaking of best albums of this year, album that comes the closest, maybe. I don't know. There's some really good. One of the albums that comes the closest to this IVE album, I like that they're next to each other, is New Jeans' second EP, Get Up. Get Up. I don't wanna waste your shadow. Ooh! Not every song. Every song. I'm talking ETA. I'm talking Super Shy. I'm talking New Jeans. I'm talking Get Up. I'm talking Cool With You. And I'm especially talking ASAP. Bro! ASAP, baby. Hurry up. Oh my goodness. I Am by IVE. We're not surprised. Oh! This also made the... Of course it did. Better Together by P1 Harmony. Bro, we're not even gonna, but like, Better Together by P1 Harmony. Trust. Teddy Bear by Stacey made the list, of course. I mean, I'll be supporting my Stacey girls. I listen to that song so much because it didn't have a B-side. I mean, yeah, it had the Korean version of Poppy, but like, the chorus goes, stream Teddy Bear. Ooh! This was a grower. This song right here, call this a grower. I didn't realize how much I liked this song until I really started realizing how much I liked this song. Go stream My Gosh by Inmix. Oh my gosh, my gosh. Speaking of songs that aren't even a grower, but y'all are just sleeping and you need to stop sleeping. Yellow Circle by Tae Subin and Jo Yuri. Yuri went stupid, and Subin, being an actress, went crazy. This is a ad for Lipton tea, because their logo is a yellow circle. That's what this is. And if you think I care... I'm starting to fall. Hey, no, you always make me feel like I'm the yellow circle. Wah! Okay. Left Art by XG, of course. Of course that's on it. Are we surprised? No. Plus Shooting Star and Left Right dropped at the very top of the year, so I've had all year to listen to them. Romance Symphony by Big Naughty the GOAT! You feel me? Yeah, not surprised by that. Suhyun went stupid. Naughty went stupid. That whole album was a vibe. Naughty, one of my favorite artists. Y'all know this. Of course. Believe by Billy. Again, my favorite Billy song up until they just dropped Superman. So I'll still be listening to this a ton. I listened to this since it dropped a lot. Like, a lot. Gal Cypher number 2. Now, are we surprised by this again? No, we're not. You know how much I've listened to this year? Ridiculous. ETA by New Jeans, not surprised. Not surprised. Queen Card by Idol, not surprised. It's not even my favorite song, but you know, you just kind of can't avoid it when you're an Idol stan and the song is as big as it is. Idol's as big as they are lately. Like, of course it's on the list. Now, speaking of songs that actually deserve to be on this list, Bet On Me by ITZY. I only discovered this a few months ago because I was late to this whole rollout of Kill My Doubt, this album. They're already announcing another comeback. But this album is probably my favorite ITZY album. I'm just saying, between Psycho Lover, and like just every song. Cake is maybe my least favorite, and it still goes. So like, I'm sorry, but that was a slapper of an album from ITZY, and Bet On Me is easily the best song on the album. So Go Stream Bet on Me. Spicy by aespa. Again, is it an again moment? Well, I don't know, but this aespa album that dropped at the top of the year, bruh. Bruh. Speaking of the best aespa albums, it's between this one and Drama. Their 2 albums they dropped this year were so good. But I think I'm going to give it to this one. I don't know. I think, thinking about it, this one was just so good. With Spicy, with just... Bro, the songs on this album, I bet they're going to be down here. Give it a second. I Does Not Equal Doll by Yoonjin. Okay, now you're speaking to me. Yoonjin is one of my favorite soloists in K-pop. I'm counting her as a soloist. I don't care. Yoonjin makes some of the best music in K-pop, and I Does Not Equal Doll, obviously, is one of the best songs. It's her second best song. Her debut was her best song, but, you know, Raise Your Glass is it's you're not going to beat that, but she's never going to beat that, in fact. But, you know, I Does Not Equal Doll, it can get kind of close, sort of kind of, in a world where it's not close at all, but, like, it's still a really good song. Honestly, by Limelight. Okay, you see, now you're cooking. Now we're cooking. Honestly... Y'all aren't listening to this the way you should be. Y'all need to go listen to Limelight, because Limelight did their thing with that song, and y'all aren't respecting it. And stop sleeping on Limelight. Shine With Me by IVE, the second best song off that album. Are we surprised? Allergy by Idol, the actual song I listened to. Queen Card, good, but Allergy was by far my favorite song off that album. Allergy is just the one. I'm so glad they actually promoted that song. Like, and the music video and everything, it's just perfect. That's like perfect new age idol for me. Allergy is like the perfect new age idol song. Over You. How is this? It's gonna be here for the next like 3 years. I swear I'll never get tired of this song. Like ever. Bro, Hyolyn really did the thing with that song, and I'm never gonna get tired. Ooh, more camo. See, I've been on my camo vibes this year. I'm telling you, bro. Woo! Nah, she been going this year. I can't lie. This IVE album again. Shout out to Lips. It's the ETA that it's the ETA that I discovered before New Jeans dropped ETA, and this song got diffed, and no one ever knew about it. Bruh. Better watch your step. She's so good. What's your ETA? Bum. 2PA. Yeah. You sick. Shout out to Dingo. Shout out to all artists on that song. That ETA goes. It's the best Korean ETA. Fight me. Kepler. Bahi making the list with Stacey Ryan Fall in Love. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. God, I love her. Okay, Fall in love again. Alone. Yeah, that's the one. Loving Me by 50/50. I'm upset by this. Just seeing this saddens me. Because I discovered 50/50 late. And when I discovered them, I fell for Lovin' Me. It's just such a good song. And then, well, we know what happened. It's just upsetting, honestly. You Better Know by Red Velvet is still here. I'm not surprised. You Better Know by Red Velvet is one of those songs for me that, like, I've been listening to this since it dropped. I go through phases. It's one of the best K-pop songs ever made. Not surprised it's here. I go through phases with it. I went through one this year. I listen to it a lot. You know how it is. Go listen to that song. Such a good song. Deep Down by TXT, of course. Study song. Great song. One of the best songs of the year. I mean, when I say it's my study song, the only reason it becomes that is because, like, I was just listening to it so much one day, and I had to study, and I was like, just loop it, and then before you know it, that just felt like the vibe. I was like, wait, I'm getting tons of work done with this song playing, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, it just stays being that, you know. Get up. I don't want to waste your shadow. Me back. Okay. Eye to Eye by Limelight. Oh, my God, the actual Limelight song y'all need to be listening to. Okay, if I could get you to listen to any Limelight song, I would tell you to listen to Eye to Eye. Now look, as much as I'd like, honestly, I do. But you need to listen to Eye to Eye. You're just not doing life right if you haven't heard that song. OMG by New Jeans, of course. Wave by IVE. WAVE. I see you're falling down from me. Thirsty by aespa. See, there's that aespa album. There it goes. There goes that aespa album. There it goes. Rose Blossom by Heike. Yes. This Heike album that dropped at like literally day 2 of the year or something. It was so early on in the year. I listened to this Heike album quite a lot. I've been a Heike stan since debut. They really blew up this year, especially Huiso. Shout out to Huiso. And this song really just did well for them. Not surprised it kept showing up in rotation more than the others. It's the title track. But I did listen to the B-sides quite a bit. I cannot lie. Go listen to this album. You are Mikey. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah. Yeah. Airplane by FX. Now, Airplane by FX. Okay, well, also one of the best K-pop songs to ever exist. Go through phases of Airplane, just like I do with you. I was saying about You Better Know. I go through phases with the song. When I remember it exists, I just want to listen to it a lot, and then it'll slowly fade out from being listened to because of algorithms and new songs I discover. But then I'll remember it exists again, and I've known about the song for like 5 years now. So like every few months, I just like go through an Airplane by FX binge. Can't blame me. Can't blame me. There you go, Epi again, bro. Epi, whatever you. That girl, me making the vibes. I tell you, it's just the vibes, bro. It's just the. Just the vibes, bro. Sweet Juice by Purple Kiss. You want some sweet juice? Poppin'. Have fun. What else do I need to say? It's low-key their best title track. What? You don't need to say anything else. Bon Voyage, not the. Okay, why does it say farewell version? I guarantee that's just the music video. I can see the thumbnail. I'm not stupid. Yeah, it's just a music video. I watched this music video a lot this year. Listen to this a lot. This is like low-key that Dreamcatcher's. Their most recent album though is just insane. I haven't listened to it enough to put it on this list yet, but like, trust me, we're working on it. But Bon Voyage, of course, it made the list. Like, Bon Voyage is such a good song. For the farewell version was alright. I checked it out just a few weeks ago. It couldn't have already made the list, and I thought it was just alright. I didn't necessarily like all the rhymes they did in it, but you know, it was still very poetic and sounded great. So, but yeah, Bon Voyage by Dreamcatcher. Boom. Speaking of sounding great song. Wow. Save Me, Kill Me by CIX. This CIX album was so good. Bruh. And this song, Save My Love. Okay. Ooh, man. Oh my god. Such a, like, a sad, deep song. You know me, I like sad songs. CIX with the dark concepts, but, like, they did it so well. I just really like that song. Such a good song. Speaking of sad songs, Hold On by Seungmin. Oh my god, that's a sad one, bro. It's like Skiz Records went stupid this year, but Hold On by Seungmin, I stayed listening to Hold On. Yeah. I've been listening to lots of Stray Kids. Y'all know that. Skiz Records especially, because you can't listen to those on albums, and I swear I'm the only one that like actually goes to YouTube and listens to these things. Y'all be like, when are they gonna please put this on Spotify? Bro, it don't need to be. It made my YouTube Wrapped. That's all I need to say. It made my YouTube Wrapped. So for you saying it has to be on Spotify, that's cap. Just listen to it as much as I did, so it makes your Wrapped. It's not that hard. Just if it's they already put the studio vocal on YouTube. You literally have the song. It's been released. It's not like it's a live clip. It's not like it's a clip from a concert where you don't have good audio. It's not like any of that. It's the song. If they put it on streaming platforms, it's still the song. You just don't even have a video anymore. Now we got it with a video. That's pretty cool. Sick. Or like at least with a screenshot for this, for example. But you know, sometimes these clips be having videos. But whatever. I ain't getting into all that. This is crazy. How'd this get here? I'm not surprised it got here. I mean, I found the song on like TikTok or whatever, but
you know that mine if you're alone, I'm a prince. I'll be there through the highs and lows. We all know life gets tough when you're by yourself. It's a lonely road.
You know that I'll be there through the highs and lows. Give you my when your heart gets broke. By your side when you're all alone, I will be there. Prince, Highs and Lows, W song I found on TikTok. It's just like a drill beat with like a emotional song. It's like an emotional drill song. I don't know. It'd be going. Shout out to Prince. I used to be in my like UK rap bag. And so like, I don't know if he counts as UK rap because he's more like a pop artist. But like, I was going when I discovered it. Way to Go by GG. I mean. I went through a phase when I discovered this again through CSR, because like I've always liked this song, but like I kind of go through phases with this one too, and then CSR did an entire cover for this, and it sent me down the rabbit hole of just listening to this all the time forever. Sorry, it's just good. It's just good. Oh, Fireworks by Yet. Speaking of like random things that actually have a video that I've listened to a ton, Yeji's Fireworks cover, such a bro. Do the thing. Speaking of songs that y'all need to listen to more because they got slept on.
I'm at the novel, 주인공의 friend. 다시 너의 차가움에 빠져 허전돼. No, I'm not okay. 의미 없는 티.
She cooked. Minnie cooked. This is an OST, and I don't care. Stream this OST. In the Novel by Minnie was like the best. Idol put out so many like OSTs and random things this year, and that was my favorite one. Out of all of them, that one just goes. It's a good song. Shout out to Minnie. Moonlight Sunrise by Twice. Am I surprised? No. Dropped at the top of the year. Had tons of time to listen to it. I didn't find myself just looping this all the time, but it is in English, so I could sing along, and I was listening to it quite a bit. And I don't know. I did a whole remix of it. It all makes sense. That's why it's here. Halazia by ATEEZ. Now, dropped at the very tail end of last year. Like, literally on, like, the December 29th. Technically didn't drop this year, but I had all year to listen to it. It's the best ATEEZ title track. And, yeah, am I surprised it's here? Absolutely not. And that's the music video, too, because I'd be watching the video. Same with, like, Twice Moonlight Sunrise. A lot of these you're going to notice, it's literally the music video that's showing up here from those videos. Like I said, I'd be listening on YouTube for real. Speaking of the music video, Camo back on the list. This is, like, her best song, though, so, like, I'd be surprised. Well, six weeks, but this is like her best. I know you wanna freak like me. I know you wanna this shit too easy. Yeah, to push it a bit, push it side to side. You deserve a good massage. Kind of a freaky song called "Freak Like Me," but you know, good song. Oh, party's not over. Party's not over. Hey DJ, drop the beat. Let's go. Bow, 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 meow, 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 meow. 3, 2, 1, let's go! La 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 la. Of course. Shout out to Stay's birthday. They dropped a banger. I'm telling you, that Stray Kids video I made when I reacted to all this stuff in one was like, that's like, literally I've never been attacked with so many good songs in a row in a video ever. It was insane. It's like a 4-hour long video, and all the songs from that video are all here because like, I was attacked. Cool with you? Cool with you, ASAP, baby. ASAP might be my. It was initially my favorite, still is my favorite. Why is it not liked? What the hell? I must have accidentally clicked the like when I was, you know, listening to it so much. Back to Where We Belong, one of the best Billie songs. Not surprised it made it. You know how much I listen to Billie, and I really went down a Billie sad song era when yeah. So. Twinkle Twinkle by ILE1 is a great song too. Bro, this part is like right here. Go crazy. That shit goes. That shit goes. Ooh, Stacy time. Stacy time. Isa. Good thing. We already did Sound Light Switch. But now we got the Isa Good Thing. So good on my own. I also didn't know this song until I heard this, and it was going. Beautiful Monster by Stacey gonna stay making the list because it's their best title track. Heal My Life by Effie. There go Mark Effie. Such a good artist. Go listen to it for real. Cherished by Ive. Another song from this album. Another song from the Illenium album. So good. Oh yeah, NF dropped this year. Wait, why don't I have this? NF dropped a song this year. I forgot. And by song I mean an album. NF, one of my favorite like artists all time. One of my favorite like rappers for real. I know that's like, ooh, NF gets tons of hate. If you're an NF stan, you get hate, but I don't care. Honestly, I could care less what you think of me. And I didn't actually end up liking this album that much though. I'll be honest. This NF album, one of my favorite NF albums. I did listen to it quite a bit. Like I did. I gave it its fair dues, like I should. But this Corday verse on Careful was like my highlight of the album. Great song. I like Careful. W song. Alright, Nobody to Love by Sigma. Okay, speaking of me back in my EDM phase I went down this year. It's one of the best EDM songs ever made. So like nobody's just grab somebody, no leaving this party with nobody to love. Nobody. One of the best songs ever made. Went through a phase. Listened to it a lot. Facts. Kiss of Life making the list. Let's go Key Off. But Bye My Neverland. Am I surprised this Bye My Neverland? Bye My Neverland. No, I'm not surprised. No, it deserved the list. Key Off had a great debut this year. Shout out to Bye My Neverland. Great song. Speaking of great music, Oh My Girl's Miracle. Okay, song they made for Miracle. Song they made for an anniversary. But like, overlooked song. Slap. It's got that classic happy Oh My Girl energy, and y'all need to stop sleeping. Shout out to Yua. My wife. My wife dropped an album this year. The Drift. Mirani. The title track ended up making the list. Bad Boy featuring Big Naughty. I did listen to it a lot. Of course, that's the music video too. Watched it a lot. That's my wife, Mirani. That's my Naughty the Goat with the feature. Of course, I was gonna like that. The Japanese version of Sugar Rush Ride. No, that's not what this is it? It's just Sugar Rush Ride normal. Yeah, this is just the normal one. That's literally Korean. Come on now, YouTube, get your shit together. Happy by NF did make it though. Title track. Yeah, I do like Happy. Sugar Rush Ride. Give me more. It's like a, come on now. Ooh, I forgot about this one. This is a good song. I sing karate, who I used to be. It's not who I am. Look at me. Facts. Expectations, Anne-Marie and Minnie vibes. Super by 17's Loki, the best boy group song of the year, title track wise. Of course that's here. Illenium again. Ooh, Rising by Triple S. W song. This is still on the list. Of course it is. The best cover of Beetlejuice. It's the best one. So many people have done covers of this, and this is just the best one. What else is there to say? That's How Young From Is 9. Covering Beetlejuice. Classic by Ive. Goer. Eugen said, I'm a pretty little gangsta. I'm a pretty little gangsta. And if you gonna... Okay, yeah, no comment. Killing Me by Chungha made the list again. Not surprised. One of the best K-pop songs to ever come out. Of course. Of course. Yeah! So good. So good. Alright, Different. I originally knew this song because of Yujeon and Futuristic Swaver. Listen to both of them, especially Yujeon. Yujeon, one of my favorite, like, K-hip-hop artists. But then I discovered Epi this year. I'm surprised I'm so late to Epi, like, as an artist, because, like, I've been listening to Yujeon, and they do, like, similar styles. Effie leans more into, like, that super drawn-out note, like, vibe, like, hyper-pop-esque sound. But, like, I'm still surprised I was so late to her as an artist. I'm glad I found her this year, but, man, good vibes. Porter Robinson, Everything Goes On, by... Oh, this is the... Oh, I did listen to this a lot. Whoa, this is random. I'm a big Porter Robinson stan. Everything Goes On was a great song when it came out. And then I found out there was this remix by this band called Arcade with 2 A's. And I don't know, it was a good remix, good song. It was going. Sinking Down by Woody Gochild still makes the list. That's crazy. Best Woody Gochild song by far. This dropped in 2021. I'm still listening to it a lot this year. Not surprised, but like, sick. Autopilot by Perky. Duh. Best B-side on that album. Oh, welcome to my world. The music video. Wow. Sick. Oh. Woo. Up. Up. Ooh, just the ending up. A-Pink went stupid with this album. Also, go listen to Me, Myself, and I. It's really the better song between the two, but D&D was the title track. Again, I listen to it a lot. You know how that goes. Enchanted Night, White Night by Billy makes the list. My second favorite B-side, well, it's between this and Nevertheless, but Very Suppressive is my favorite. But then between this and ooh, vibes. And then I did randomly listen to this a lot this year. Best Tri-B song by far. That's facts. 777 in the air. You know me, I'm a good like Euro EDM just viber, and that's what that song is. So yeah, that's my list. That is my top 100 songs, 5+ hours of vibes. I mean, shoot, it's just a good time. Can you share this? I can. I'm gonna link this. I'm gonna link my 2023 recap down in the description of this video. If any of y'all want to come catch the vibes that I was catching this year, then y'all can. Feel free. I'm down. But yeah, with that being said, I'm really gonna get out of here now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what all your favorite songs from my list were, what you think of my list, what your list was looking like, who was your top artist this year, and what was your top song. At least tell me those two things. I gotta know. I'm curious. I like to know these things. I'm a music fan. What can I say? So with that being said, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here now and edit this and get it out for you. Give me a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're brand new. And I can't wait for next year. Can't wait for a great 2024 of music. Still got a few things to catch up on this year, and the year's not over, so I'm still gonna be checking out new stuff as it drops, but you get the point. With that being said, hey, friends, I hope you have a good day, morning, or night, whatever time it is for you and wherever you are in the world. With that being said, peace. Stan music. Goodbye.